Well, welcome to another episode of Thinking Tackle. I'm not Danny Fairbrass. I haven't shrunk and developed a belly. I'm Ali Hamidi, and I have the pleasure and pain of fishing with a very good friend of mine, Ian Russell, while Dan is sunning himself in Ibiza. And we're here to cover all the methods that Ian uses, because he's very, very well known for his big hit style of fishing. Catches a lot of fish, a lot of big fish, a lot of small fish, and you're also an angling tutor. So we're going to pick your brains over the next 36 hours, mate.
Yep.
And clearly what he does works, because he's already bent into one very early on. Feel a good fish, mate?
Yeah, I mean, first time I've been here, so I don't know what your average is anyway, but they all feel nice, don't they, to be fair? That's what we come for, and it's bites.
Exactly.
Once we're getting bites, we're happy, mate.
It's a really, really hot day, mate, so I'm really interested to find out sort of what you're doing to get bites on days like this, because it's one of those problem areas for a lot of anglers where when it's sunny it can be difficult to get a bite, mate. So
well, it is hot today. It's going to be even hotter by lunchtime, isn't it? So we'll see how we get on.
Let me creep around and get into net stations.
Position.
Well, it looks like a little one, my friend.
A little mirror.
Yeah. I've got a feeling from what I hear with the stocking that went into Chigborough that, you know, they put in some Simos and some lovely little carp from Sutton, but I think they've spawned on, mate, and these are like a crossbreed of the carp that have gone in.
Which is what we're to expect, is it? These
probably, cool, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because of the nature of the lake, you've got a lot of snags, haven't you, mate? A lot of open water. I think some of the wily ones might be living in different places. We'll just have to...
You never know. We'll see what it turns up.
Yeah.
You know, again, you know, bites are bites, isn't it?
Exactly, mate.
Like a fish in to catch fish. If a good one comes along, it's made your day even better, isn't it?
You caught a few of them anyway.
Well,
I think you've had your fair share, mate. You can live with these for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I can chill out now, apparently. Cool, they do fight. Little ones or not, they certainly battle.
Yeah, yeah. Reckon it's a hunky male, this one, mate.
You reckon it's a hunky male, muscle-bound male? Bit like Dan then.
Yeah, muscle back away. He'll be lost over in Ibiza at the moment.
I didn't mean the hunky male, but the muscle-bound male. Yeah.
No, actually, mate, he's quite a nice carp.
Actually,
yeah, he's a little fatty. Go on.
There we go. First one.
Half a tree branch.
Half a tree, which made him harder to get in.
Well done.
We're off the mark, mate.
Jolly well done.
Good start. There you go, we're off the mark. When it slows down, come on. Ooh. Right, there you go, we're off the mark. We're led to believe this is the average stamp of fish here, but that's not too bad. I think that's probably 13, 14 pounds. I'll slip him back, reposition that rod, and run through why I selected this swim.
It's your very first time at Cemex's Chigborough Lakes, and I want to know what goes on in that bald cranium of yours when you get to a new lake.
Oh, this is the bit you said I'm going to do you, isn't it? Why I've selected this swim, basically.
Yeah.
We're central to the lake. We've got a series of islands, mate, that are covered in little snaggy bits. It just cries out carp, doesn't it? You know, I don't know what's under the surface. I don't really care at this moment. We're looking for visual features, catch some fish quick, and we'll worry about what's below the surface later, closer in, when we do a bit of spotting and that.
Right, you said catch fish quick. What do you mean? What's your approach? You got 36 hours, typical day ticket time.
I will arrive, dump a barrow. Somewhere like this was near. This is idyllic, really. Again, look at the visual features you've got. Margins of islands are the biggest features on the lake. Margins of, in the edge. It's where the food is. So there's always carp around islands. It's this margin, but it's out there, so it's safer.
Yeah.
So you're always going to pick an island, yeah? These islands are better. They're covered in overhangs, covered in brambles, and there's a big snag on the left-hand island where I've already had a fish from anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
It screams carp.
I've seen you sort of turn up. You've wanged 2 bags, very, very tight as well.
And we've had a bite.
Right, okay.
Well, to be fair, that was practice. I got here an hour before you guys, and I did flick a lead along the margins of the islands to check just how clear they are.
Right.
And how deep they are. I guess we've got 3.5 to 4 foot. It makes sense to get, it's a hot day. If they're hugging the margins, they're up. I mean, it's about 5 foot short of that, so why not? It tells you where to fish, really.
Right.
So all I'd done then was get it where I'd want to be fishing, an hard little patch against the island, clip it, mark or not, so you're ready to reel it in, bag, rig, and off you go, innit?
So is that a normal thing that you do? You turn up at these type of lakes and rather than sort of get a better bait going, you'd actually try to pick fish off?
No, not at all. I mean, we've got 36 hours.
Right.
You know, make every hour count. I want the first 5 or 6 hours to try and nick fish out the swim before we disturb it. You know, other than catching a few fish.
Yep.
So we could have arrived here this morning at 7 o'clock, done an hour's plumbing. You've lost an hour already.
Yep.
Done an hour's spotting, now we're on 2 hours. The spotting will probably delay it another 2 hours. So we're at lunchtime before we've even got a bait in the water that's likely to catch a fish. By lunchtime, we might have caught 6 fish. Well, let's hope so. We've had one already, you know, so it worked. But this afternoon, you know, on these sort of lakes, usually the afternoon's a bit of a lull.
Right.
You know, they're all roughly the same, you know that as well as I do. So then we'll do a bit of marking. A little bit of spotting,
maybe a spot of stalking.
You know, maybe a bit of stalking, mate.
Yeah.
A bit of zig fishing. It's warm weather, but we're using the time we've got.
Well, you just mentioned the spotting there, so what I think we should do is get a bit of bait prepared for later on, so we'll go and knock it up.
Mate,
and, you can show
yeah, because ours. I mean, I fish with you a lot, but we do things very different. So.
Do. Yeah. So we'll go and have a look,
yes,
get
mate.
some bait set up, and we'll go from there.
Okey-dokey.
Superb. Right, we're going to talk spod mixes now, and Mr. Russell is known for them, so take us through it, mate.
Well, Ali, like everything I do in carp fishing, or in fishing, saying that is simple. All straightforward. Bag of trout pellet, halibut pellets, OK, as your base. All carp like them, all fish like them, to be fair, don't they?
Yep.
Even caught perch on them. A few little shelf life boilies.
Right, OK, what flavour are they, mate?
Super rooster.
Right, so like a chicken.
Irrelevant, yeah, really. I mean, that's giving it a bit of food. By the time this has been out a few hours, most of the pellets all dissolved. It gives a bit of food value to it. It's sort of something there for them to chew on.
Gotcha.
Bit of mixed particle.
Right.
This one has got maples, maize, tares, you know, a tiny bit of hemp, but we're going to put hemp anyway.
Some little dairy seeds as well in there.
Lots and lots of different bits there already. Look, you know, you've probably got 10 different.
That would be a good spod mix on its own, wouldn't it? But I'm sure you're not stopping there.
We haven't finished yet. Hemp. There isn't one that swims, is there, that doesn't like hemp? So
no.
As much as that again as hemp.
OK.
A good stir in.
Now, does the pellets being in there as well, I presume, use them for another reason?
The fluid in these.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you use that and maize as a spod mix, all that fluid is wasted. It goes in the air, and it splashes everywhere. It's all going to make your T-shirt. Big washing bill. Yeah. But if you put a kilo of pellet in it, the pellet soaks all that up, all that goodness. It's more attractors, and it's oil, hemp oil, isn't it? So
beautiful smell. Carp adore it.
You know, you're using the product to its best, aren't you? You're not wasting anything.
Yep. And I suppose the little boilies as well. They'll
soak it up to a degree. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. A little bit of flash of colour in there. Some of your corn.
Yeah, give that.
Because I ain't got any, so stir it all in. There we go.
That's looking gorgeous. Yeah.
Now a vital bit, and now we've got all the food we want in there, pellets, blah, 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 you know, sweet corn, boilies as we spoke about, sunflower oil.
Yeah, you look like you use quite a bit of that.
No, don't go there. Right, I dry fry these days. Yeah. Right, I'll put that in there for a manner of reasons. A, it's a good fish attractor, it slicks up, pulling fish down to an area, yeah?
Yep.
B, within about an hour, that would have all soaked in. All them, that spod mix then is also a PVA bag mix.
Yep.
It won't. Your average spod mix can't because it will melt the PVA. The oil has coated everything, it's soaked it in, the outer skin's covered. That is, you just don't see anybody doing it. I don't, Ali.
That's really good idea, mate.
I'd like to have my bag mix the same as what I'm throwing out there, you know.
So the amount you just put in there, which I presume was a quarter of a bottle.
It's a good splash. Well, yeah.
To half a bucket. Well, about a third of a bucket and a quarter of that sunflower oil.
Doesn't do any harm, mate. You know, it's a good fish attractor. I use that above or instead of salmon oil because it doesn't smell.
Right, OK.
You
so
know,
a lot of people will be wondering why you're not using one of the fishy ones, I suppose.
You use the fish. If the fish in your lake are more likely to like fishy baits, use it. I mean, I've got enough fish in there already. I've got pellets, you know, little sort of fish-based boilies. Why not? And it doesn't stink. Is the main reason? It's the main reason I'm using it is that it doesn't smell, mate. You know, I'm going to be within an hour. As I say that, the mostly dried. I'll be using it as bags. I don't want to get covered in salmon oil all day, mate. Yeah. But it works. You know, that is about as complicated and about as simple as I want to get.
Yeah, gotcha.
You don't need it. You know, there's a fish.
Well, mine's not a lot different, mate. I mean, I'm Iranian, so I like a bit of spice, mate, in me hemp. So in that goes. I'll put it all in, save some for later. My hands are all greasy now after touching that off.
It's interesting. I mean, this straight away, a lot of it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although the end product will be different.
Bit of mixed particle.
Yeah.
Now that goes.
You are meant to let it come out of the jar when you're doing it.
Right, dumbbells. Instead of I'm using sort of 14mm dumbbells.
Yep.
They've gone in there. Well, they're probably 12mm actually, mate. Bit of voodoo.
Stodge it up a bit.
Yeah. Stodge that.
See, again, that will soak up the fluid.
And also with the high pressure, mate, I like the idea of producing a cloud as well. That helps it. We're in Maldon, so Maldon sea salt.
Silly not to.
Yeah. What? It's rude to come here and not use Maldon, so there we go. In that goes. I'll give that a lot of stir. A lot of different sizes in there. I've kept the actual pellet out, Ian, because I think the spots I'll be fishing at night when we do come around to baiting up will be quite silty, and I'm a bit paranoid about. Carp love them so much, don't they, that they get their heads down. Bit of corn, just again, fleck of colour. I like using bright baits over the top. And that's it. Like, so I've got big bits in there, little bits, bit of corn. So hopefully I can fish, obviously, a dumbbell over the top,
variety again, isn't it? They're not going to know what.
Especially in silt, mate, because they're sieving past, and if you've got a lot of smell in there and no substance.
Big items that will sit on the silt almost, the small ones. But let's not forget, as they're eating this, they're burying it as well.
Exactly.
So, which is why, hopefully later when this has been put out, you'll see with all the fizzing and the popping out there when they're on it. Like,
exactly.
See, that's already starting to bind where the pellet's taking on the fluids. Yeah, so now you could bag that anyway now, but about an hour is about your best shot. It's all gone in and around it then, so...
Yeah, that's very interesting. Well, if I want to... On them really high-pressure days, the only thing I do when I really want to get carp going... I don't like to use it that much, but you can't be a bit of active maple either, can you,
Not a chance.
So, a little
that'll do the same as my oil. That'll coat
it will do.
And make it baggable.
Probably not as well.
No, because you put less in.
Yeah.
It's the same principle there.
That's it. And if you... have a whiff of that now, mate.
I can whiff it from here, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was that or this.
Yeah.
No, it is that, It's far too nice to be you.
But that's it, mate. So I mean, we're going to probably hang fire on the bait for a little while. Not going to be putting the bait out for a little while, are we? We'll probably wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think we should fish the day. What we're doing now with bags, bait up this evening.
Okay, well,
why waste the day?
Yeah, exactly right. The next thing we've got to do is check out your rigs.
No worries, mate. We'll have a look.